Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So this video, I think I never thought I was gonna do this kind of video, even though I have filmed it like 2 times. And yeah, I decided today, since I am learning a lot of languages, I thought of I just thought of sharing how I am learning languages / Italian. Italian is the language I want to learn the most. I think that's probably the language I wanted to learn the most since I basically started my language, almost a journey. So let's just get started with saying that me and Italian, for some weird reason, it sort of clicks together. What can I say? I really like Italy. I like the language. I love like their culture. I love basically everything about Italy. I'm obsessed with Italy. But my love for the Italian language, I think that started when we were in Rome, and that was the second time I was in Italy. And then when we went to Rome, we met this guide. I think she was Norwegian. She had been living in Rome or Italy for about 30 years or something, so she definitely had picked up some Italian, a lot. So she was basically fluent in Italian, and I was amazed of how well she spoke, just like her accent, the words and everything, and I really wanted to learn. I really didn't start with languages like before probably like 7th grade or something, and that's where I was like 12 or 11. So I started with an app called Duolingo. You may have heard of it. A lot of people have heard of it. Like, it's a very normal app that you can use when it comes to learning languages. Now, a lot of people recommend don't use Duolingo for your first time because it just slows down your progress, and people don't recommend it as your first try. But Duolingo has improved definitely when it comes to like the courses, because before it was like you learned girl and boy and man and woman and apple. Like, you learned a lot of verbs and a lot of like grammar, just grammar in general. You need more than just grammar. You need like hello, how are you, how to order, basically all that kind of stuff. So Duolingo wasn't really teaching me anything, and I can definitely say that I wouldn't start with Duolingo, but if you feel like it's a good start for you just to get some pronunciations, I recommend Duolingo. Don't do Duolingo if you want to learn like almost straight away, not the difficult words, but like hello and how are you, good morning, and just the formal and informal, the feminine and the masculine, because there's a lot. It's like a lot in one box. But here's my first thing that I do recommend definitely when learning Italian, let's see, Portuguese, Spanish, French. They have a lot, but still, this app called Babbel. But I started with Babbel, and I just need to say I did take a, what's it called, a hacking app. So it was hacked, so I got the full version free. But now I actually have bought the both Portuguese and the Italian one. So basically I got the hacked one, and I started with, of course, the language I wanted to learn, which was Italian. And I was quite happy with it. Like, it did teach me more, but I did not remember a thing. So we went to, we went to some place in England, and I still had the hacked app, and I thought, while we were on the road trip, why not learn? Do you speak Italian? Do you speak Spanish? Do you speak German? Which is really weird, because all the other that I've learned, like Portuguese, Italiano, Spagnolo, Francese, the only one that stands out is Tedesco. Tedesco is German. And I was like, that's a weird saying, because the other ones sound so obvious, like Francese, Italiano, Portuguese, and you're just like, what? So today, the present day, actually like literally today, I started using Babbel a bit more, and I'm quite happy with the progress because I can remember a lot more. Like, I did this Portuguese course, and I did all like 3 courses. I know it's not a lot, but it's like a good start, and I can remember a lot, which is usually not me. So I was quite happy that I remembered a lot. Yeah, so I really recommend Babbel, definitely when learning Italian and like Spanish and French, because those are the one I know work, especially for me. So yeah, I recommend Babbel at the strongest. Another way for me, at least, to learn Italian, and also for you, is to buy an Italian book. Now, people are like, I don't really want to spend money, so what I just say, library, go to the library, borrow some Italian books or other language books, and you can learn Italian. Now, I did this like a long time ago, and I had this one thing I borrowed, and yeah, by mistake, because I didn't remember anything. If you're wondering what this is Sparta. This is a blanket. So I was in England last summer, and I bought a book in Foyles. You may have heard of the store. It's quite a big store. So I went to the language area because I thought, why not? And I wanted to buy some Italian books. I did want to take some other language as well, but Italian was like my number one. So yes. So I bought some magnets and some stickers that I have around my room. So I bought this book, which is a 5-minute Italian, and it says learn in just 12 weeks. I haven't learned Italian in 12 weeks because this is a bit different, but it still learns you some stuff. I really recommend this book. I think there's a PDF you can have as well, so I'm going to link the PDF and also the store for this book, of course, down below if you want to buy it. I do recommend this. I wouldn't say you learn Italian in 12 weeks, but you can learn Italian from this book. Now, at first I didn't remember that much, but I do remember more than I did like when I started. Another thing that I'm doing for learning language for right now, if you haven't heard of the YouTubers Damon and Joe, I'm definitely so like inspired by them, by learning all these languages, because they learn a lot of languages. Let's see, Joe has learned, she's Brazilian, she can speak English, and she can speak French, Italian, a bit of German, and Spanish. So she has a lot of languages in. And then Damon has French, German, Portuguese, and Spanish. Yeah, I think that's all. You know what, it's really hard to keep track, but I've seen they have like different books for every language, which is better than having like in one, which I've done like the whole time. So I have now this one, which is an avocado notebook that says holy guacamole, which is more Spanish than Italian. So inside here we have saying parlo italiano, which basically means I speak Italian, which I don't, but I do speak a little bit. And then we have just some papers for some things. I even have the Spanish one in here because I didn't know where else to put it. So basically in here is just some phrases, just some easy phrases. Ow, gud, det är faktiskt ont. So I let's see, I have a lot of phrases here, I think. So basically what I'm trying to learn is just some basic phrases. So like you have all these. So you have hello and like hi, which is like salve and ciao, and then buongiorno and buon pomeriggio, sì. Buonasera, buonanotte, arrivederci. I learned that you can also say arrivederla. It's a more formal touch. And then also scusi, permesso. So basically scusi is to get someone's attention, and permesso is like, can I come through? So you can basically get through a crowd. But you don't know if everybody knows Italian. So then you also have like sorry, scusi / sono spiacente. You could also say sorry as mi dispiace, which is like, there's a lot of different ways you can say, but spiacente is basically sorry, but I learned this from Duolingo, so don't trust me on spiacente, but it says this in the Italian book as well, so I trust that one more. But what I do recommend for you is to write things down. I do not recommend to write on computer. I recommend like so freaking much to write on paper. You remember so much better by writing on paper than you do if you write on computer. Now, I also have learned some basic phrases from this book. Now, I haven't learned like the whole book, but it's a PDF file, so if you want to check that PDF file down, it's linked down below. Now, everything that I have said in this video is of course going to be linked down below, because there's a lot of things in this video. Also, one thing I'm doing for learning Italian is, this is not really for Italian, it's basically just for languages in general, because I have this book called How to Speak Fluent in Any Language, and it's like, can that really help? Now, the guy that has written this is a polyglot, so he knows a bit about like how to speak languages and learn them. So I'm quite excited to read it. I haven't read it yet, but I'm really excited to read just this book. There was one tip that I really like gradually just looked at right away, which was you need to be interested in the culture and the country. And I was like, that is so true. So for me, like, I'm learning, let's see, I'm just gonna list all the languages I'm learning. Let's see, Dutch, German, Italian, Spanish, French, Greek, and Italian. I think that's all. Now, I don't really have anything else to say, because that's what I can remember right now. But like, that's what I'm trying to do, like, to learn these languages, and these are just some things I've done to learn my Italian, and I really hope you enjoyed my little rambling. I don't even know how long this video is going to be, but yes, I will see you in my next video. Okay, bye, I'll see you. But I'm also just realizing to myself that a lot of people in this world are losing their language because of English, because English is a lot of like, it's a second language to most countries, and I feel like, especially the French, I think the French have said like, we want to keep our language. Of course they want to keep the language, like the language is beautiful and it's so romantic, and it's like, it's a really great language if you just study it, like studied really, you could get a really great like French accent and talking and whatever. But I feel like it's so true, we need to let other people, like, if you definitely in Italy and Spain and stuff, if you talk to people in their language, they're going to be so happy, because it's like finally some people are learning our language. The same with Greek, because Greek is quite hard. It's like people are like, oh, they're speaking our language, it's so nice, and it's like great for communication and stuff. So it's like you really get the feeling that you did something right. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to learn Italian, I'm trying to learn a lot of other languages, but I'm definitely much more stronger on Italian than anything else. But Yes. I want every country to keep their language, like keep the language. I know English is a very important thing if you're traveling, but you know what? Couldn't you just be like really kind and just learn some phrases just so you can go and say, because it would be like mean the world to people